All right, welcome back, everybody, to the night session of Roland Garros, and I can now say that we are going to watch everything in the singles for the men and the women for the rest of the tournament. So from now on, every single match from this Sinner match onwards, we're going to cover, including tomorrow's 4 matches of the quarterfinals. We've got some bangers tomorrow. Bublik. Huh? Bublik beat Draper. What the hell was even that? I tell you though, chat, the moment of the tournament might have been when Bublik won and him standing there with tears in his eyes after the match when everyone's cheering and he's just standing there. That might be the moment of the tournament so far. I was like, damn. I thought this guy didn't like tennis. I thought this guy hated tennis. I thought this guy was doing it for the paycheck. What the hell? Got me right in the fields. I was like, holy shit. Because he said so many times in his career, tennis is a job. I'll just play for the fun, whatever. And then to see him it means something, you're like, oh, damn. Whoa. It gotcha. I don't know. Yeah, he got a 1 minute standing ovation. It was incredible. That might be the moment of the tournament so far. Him just standing there and just looking at his coaches what? Yeah, that was incredible. That was incredible. Crazy. I'm not shocked by Bublik. I'm still stunned by Tiafoe though. That Big Foe and Bublik. Two of the entertainers. They're making it deep in this tournament. It's crazy. Love the emotion. Yeah. Oh, such a moment. Rublev in 4, you reckon? Okay. What happened to Pegula and Draper? Yeah, look, we haven't had many upsets like that. We haven't had too many crazy upsets. Today we had 2. There were 2 of them. Boisen getting through that. I mean, I don't know why they haven't put her on night session. I mean, how did they miss that, Roland Garros? I mean, tonight that should have been tonight. I know this match is good, but they should have put that tonight. That Boisen versus Pegula. Whew. If we got the same result tonight, that would have been incredible. But she'll get center court in a couple of days against Andreeva. I wonder if they'll put her on at night. It'd be interesting to see whether or not they're not put. Well, I think they will because it's either Djokovic Zverev play at night, and I guess it depends if they want to, and then the winner of this plays Bublik. I don't know if the winner of this plays Bublik is a night session. So I mean, if Roland Garros are going to give the ladies a night session, that's the one. Andreeva Boisen is the one. The only other one could be Djokovic versus Zverev, but you got to put the wild card fairy tale run against the number 6 in the world on center court. You got to. On night session, you got to do it. If they're going to do it, that's the one. That's the one. Even though Zverev Djokovic is obviously the match of the round, it's but I tell you that, I don't know. Will they do it though? But I don't know. Maybe Djokovic and Zverev don't want to play at night. Maybe they want to play during the day. You know what they might do, chat? Actually, no, because of the scheduling. They won't put her on at night. They won't put her on at night because of the schedule. So the women that play today will play in 2 days and then play in a day. So they'll play the semifinals the next day. They won't do it. They won't do it. They'll have to put a men's match on because they'll put the ladies' matches on early because they've got to play the next day. So they wouldn't put a night match for the ladies because they've got to play the next day. They won't do it. So Djokovic, or the winner of this plays Bublik or Djokovic Zverev, which makes sense. That would be the night session. But damn, yeah, the schedule won't allow it. Bublik Sinner nighttime? Nah. If Sinner wins this in straight, there's no need to have Sinner have extra time. There's no need for Sinner to have extra time off, right? Got to put a buck on Rublev money line, okay? All right. Djokovic will want a night match against Zverev. Daytime will be physically challenging, and daytime favors service Zverev. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. All right, players on court. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Let's see if Rublev can make something happen. I'd say Rublev not that long ago was top 10. This guy was one of the 10. Draper Bublik was 10 times more fun than Djokovic Norrie. Yeah. You need a haircut next week? So you focus on the weirdest things. Zverev has no chance in the match against Djokovic. Okay. Don't you think Sinner has this invincibility aura around him? Chills sometimes. He does. Except for against Alcaraz. Like, he does unless he plays Alcaraz. Like, he does, but then, except for when he plays that one guy. At the moment, but I'm sure he's going to get a win over Alcaraz soon enough. But he does. It's kind of like Roger, except for Rafa on clay. Back in the 2000s, right? It's like, man, Federer looks good. Except for Rafa on clay. All right. I think Zverev can beat Nole if he plays like he's been. Okay. Zverev has better chances in day match. Okay. You said that already. Bublik being Soderling 2.0? Can you imagine? You imagine if he does a Soderling like run, gets to the final? That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Bublik's 28. So young-ish, yeah. When Rublev will hit himself after 3 games. Now, Rublev will probably manage to... He can't afford to be... He can't afford to be hot-headed today. He's got to keep his cool. And I think he will. Let's hope Rublev holds his emotions together. I think he will until, if he's down 2 sets to love, he might lose it. But I think the first 2 sets, at least the first set, he'll keep it together. I don't think he'll risk, I don't think he'll risk losing this emotionally too early. Can Novak beat Sinner on clay if they meet in the semis? It depends on what happens in these matches. What does Sinner look like in the next 2 matches? And then we'll tell you. I would say no right now, but I would say unlikely right now. But if Sinner has a trouble here, then maybe Djokovic could beat him. I think Bublik can play like he did today in the quarters. Look, I thought Bublik today was amazing, and I thought that I loved it. I loved the emotion after it. I loved that was such a moment. One of the moments of the tournament. But I don't think he beats Sinner. If Sinner wins this in straights, I don't think he beats Sinner. I'm not saying he played his final, but how do you pick yourself up after that and go again against a harder opponent? And it doesn't matter if he loses to Sinner in the quarterfinals if he plays Sinner, right? It doesn't matter if Bublik loses because he had the moment against Draper. That moment doesn't matter what he does now. I mean, that was it. That was amazing what he did. He's had a great run. Doesn't matter if it ends now. He's been great. Draper wasn't expecting that, yeah. I tell you, Chad, if Rublev wins the first set here, we got something going on here. We got a match. After yesterday, today's been pretty chilled for the streams. We haven't, we had a Zverev unfortunate retirement. We had a Djokovic clinic. Andreeva and Gauff winning pretty easily or pretty straightforwardly. So let's see what happens. I got Sinner in 4. Rublev winning the second. Okay. How is day and night session decided? Do they just decide it by the matches that they want to pick? I don't know. By the way, chat, before this, I was listening to Prince. God. How good was Prince? She was so good. I wish Prince was still around. Can we bring Prince back? Can somebody do some magic? We had tennis school today. Nice. Bublik will win Wimbledon, you reckon? Okay. Purple Rain, love that song. Oh, yeah. So many songs. What a talent. What a legend. Hogwarts can? Yeah, we just got to find where Hogwarts is. Where do we run through the wall? How do we get to Hogwarts? All right, chat, who's winning this one? Sinner's serving. I'm going to go with Sinner in... I'm going to go a close 3-setter. I don't think Rublev 2025 can beat Sinner. Or get a set off Sinner. I'm going straight. I want it to be 4, but I'm going to go straight. Sinner serving first. I'm going to go Sinner in straights. Saw Prince of the O2 in London in 2007. Amazing. Yeah. God. Anyways, Sinner serves into the forehand of Rublev. Forehand from Sinner to the forehand of Rublev. Rublev hits a winner. Love 15. As we just serve out wide, a fault from Sinner. Second serve. Second serve. As with a forehand from Sinner is a winner inside out. 15-0. Have you listened to the album that he put out when he passed away? All the songs that he gave to other people. I've heard Nothing Compares to You, but I haven't heard all the other songs. Might have to put that on my list of things to listen to. All right, 15-0. Is it a backhand now from Sinner, and then Rublev puts it away. 15-30. All right, 15-30. Chance for a break. As the return goes in the backhand of Sinner, Rublev with a forehand to the backhand of Sinner. Again to the forehand of Rublev, as Sinner on the stretch. Goes in the forehand of Rublev, and Rublev hits another winner. Ooh, 15-40. All right. 15-40. A chance to take the break. As he serves a fault, Sinner second serve. As the return goes in to the forehand of Sinner, backhand of Rublev. Into the forehand of Sinner as Rublev on the stretch. Hits it in the net. One save, 30-40. Prince left us way too soon. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole of Prince music, I think. That's my... that's going to be my... my weekly thing. Just going to listen to Prince, all the songs, all the popular songs, the unheard of songs. Go down a Prince rabbit hole. 30-40. So to the backhand of Rublev, backing up from Sinner. Again, the backhand of Rublev. Sinner with the backhand into the backhand of Rublev, into the forehand of Sinner. Rublev, forehand cross in the net. We'll go to deuce. Now we get to deuce. Do I have a favorite genre of musician? Not really. I like a lot of different music. All right, deuce. As we get a forehand now to the backhand of Rublev, but he hits it out. And it's advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner. There's a default second serve. Rockies Marlins tonight. Let's go. Come on. Come on, team. Come on, sports team. Serve out wide as an ace by Sinner, and he takes the first game of the match. One love. Rockies Marlins. We can kick their butt. Marlins. Who the hell are the Marlins? They're not. Are they even? Who the hell are they? Who the hell are they? Who are the Marlins? Nobody even knows who they are. I don't even know where they're from. I'm going to say they're from Florida. Am I right? California. Miami. See? I got it right. Marlins, fish, water, warm, beach, Florida. It was either that or California. It was a 50-50. What made you go for the Rockies? The Wheel of Destiny. One love Sinner. All right. Rublev to serve. Oh, they're playing tomorrow in my time. Tomorrow, my time. God, they really do play a lot of baseball, don't they? Okay. Forehand now from Sinner. Rublev on the stretch. Sinner with a forehand down the line. Rublev backhand slice. Into the forehand of Sinner as Rublev backhand again in the net. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. Serve out the back in a Sinner. Rublev forehand down the line winner. 15 all. $15 all. Serve again. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return goes to forehand of Rublev. Sinner lob. Rublev puts it away. 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. Serving the forehand to Sinner. Return goes forehand to Rublev. Sinner down the line. Rublev backhand cross. Sinner gets it. Into the backhand of Rublev. Again, the back to Sinner. Rublev on the stretch. Sinner comes in, but Rublev hits it out. 30-all. As a return from Sinner goes in. Off a first serve, inside out backhand winner. I mean, that's a ridiculous shot. 30-40. 30-40. Break point. As Rublev serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in, the backhand of Rublev. Backhand of Sinner. To the backhand of Rublev. It's Sinner with the forehand. Into the forehand of Rublev. Sinner inside out. Forehand winner. And he just crushes the ball. 2-love. Sinner on a mission. And I appreciate that because it's late. All right, 2-love. Can Rublev win, Cam? Unlikely. What's your opinion on Bublik's chance against Sinner? I don't think he beats Sinner. All right, Sinner breaks, 2-love. All right. Love 15. As Sinner hits a winner down the line, 15-0. I feel like players already think they lost before they play Sinner. Yeah, yep. That's what happens. That's what happens. Why is Rublev flagged like that? That's just how tennis is right now. It's been like that for 3 years. 15-0. As we default second serve. Second serve into the backhand of Rublev. To the forehand of Sinner as Rublev backhand. Into the forehand of Sinner as Rublev forehand down the line, but it goes long and it's 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. Can you imagine Bublik taking out Sinner? No, I cannot. 30-15. Love goes up, but out by Rublev. And it's 40-15. On grass, I could say yes, maybe, but not on clay. If we were playing at Wimbledon right now and Bublik had beaten Draper to play Sinner, I would say Bublik could make it interesting, but I don't think on clay. And I don't want to take anything away from Bublik beating Draper because that was such a moment. 3-love. Chow, what have been the moments of the tournament? I feel like that Bublik moment was one of them. Bwausen, I get it wrong. Bwausen, I don't know how to say it. She beating Pegula today was great. That was a moment. What else, though? I don't feel like there's been much more. Have I missed anything? Bwausen. Bwausen and Bublik, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything else at the moment. By the way, Chuck, can I just mention something? Has anybody else noticed that there has been, and I don't know if it's multiple or if it's just one guy, but there have been lines people in wheelchairs. I think that's kind of sick. That's awesome. How cool is that? Like, I don't know if it's the one person or if there's like a few people that are in wheelchairs that are doing the lines calls as well. I think that's awesome. That's such a great, like, that's, of course. I mean, of course. It makes, like, why wouldn't there be, right? But I just noticed, I'm like, again, like I noticed the other day and I'm like, is it the same guy or is it like there's a few people that are, that are in wheelchairs that are doing the line calls and stuff. And I'm like, that's such a great idea. Like, not that it's like, oh, we're gonna get people in wheelchairs. It's just like, why couldn't people in wheelchairs do lines calls? Like, of course they could. If they could, like, as long as they pass the test like everybody else when it comes to, eye tests and stuff, it's like, makes total sense. I think it's great. Sucks that lines people are basically extinct outside of this tournament, but it's great to see that that the French Open, the barrier is not, there's no barrier for entry, right? Not that there should be. Why would there be? As long as you can see the lines, that's half the job, right? They're lines people because they don't have automatic line calls here. It's the only tournament that has line calls. But love that. Love that. Love to see. And I'll tell you why I love to see it, chat, because there's maybe some young kid out there who's, in a wheelchair, sees that and goes, hey, I can do that. That's why it's great. That's why it's good. That's what makes it cool. Is that it's like, there's kids watching tennis on TV. That's awesome, 15-0. There's a forehand rally, slicing the stretch from Sinner into the forehand of Rublev. Sinner backhand into the forehand of Rublev again. The forehand of Sinner. There's Rublev backhand to the drop shot of Sinner. Rublev gets it, but Sinner just smokes it cross court. 15-30. 15-30. Chance for Sinner to get the double break here. And Rublev doesn't know what hit him. $15-30. As a backhand rally. Sinner to the backhand of Rublev. Sinner with a forehand cross. Rublev shanks it wide. It's 15-40. Cam, that's not a good thing for children to want to become, because the French Open will probably remove lines people by the time they grow up. I think you missed the point. It's not so much that like, hey, I can be a lines person. It's like, hey, people in wheelchairs, it's not like there's no exclusion to like, oh, you can only do this or that. To see it, lines people and just everyday being included, that's the point. Double break, 4-love. It's not specifically about like, hey, I can be a linesman. It's about the fact that, oh, somebody who's in a wheelchair is also is on the TV doing stuff. Like, that's awesome. And why wouldn't there be? Like, it's crazy to think that there would be. There would be like a, any sort of reason why that wouldn't be a thing. So it's great to see. All right, 4-love. Is it a forehand down the line of the backhand of Sinner? Into the backhand of Rublev. Sinner with a forehand again, the backhand of Rublev. Sinner backhand. Into the backhand of Rublev. Again, the backhand of Sinner. Rublev forehand goes in the net. And it's 15-love. Sinner is being ruthless. You are right. Sinner is being ruthless. Rublev has already hit 10 errors, though, so that doesn't help. But Sinner is not letting him play. It helps the young folks who think that there are a lot of limitations with their disability. Exactly. It shows that there's not limitations. That you can. There's a lot more things that you can do. 30-love. Sinner serves. And the return goes in the backhand of Sinner. Backhand out from Rublev in the net. 40-love. Just want to see Norway Sinner. Don't want to see Zverev Sinner. Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out. All right, serve again. Into the backhand of Rublev. Return goes to the backhand of Sinner. Rublev down the line. Hits it long. 5-love Sinner. This is it. All right, 5-love, 21 minutes. Sinner doing his thing. Will Norway play Sinner, though? Can he get past Zverev? I think he can get past Zverev, but yeah, you're right. That's a question. I think the blisters on Djokovic's foot are definitely a factor that should be considered, but I think that Djokovic could beat Zverev. I picked him at the start of the tournament to beat Zverev, so why would I back out now? I said it was going to be a Sinner versus Djokovic semi, and I'm going to stick with that until it's not. Wait, what are my semi-final predictions? Are they still alive? Andreeva Gauff. Here we go. Andreeva Gauff, Swiatek Sabalenka, Sinner Djokovic, Musetti Alcaraz. That's my picks. If I get all the semi-finals right, I'll be very proud of myself. I'll give myself a round of applause. Okay. Here we go. Rublev's just trying to get a game. That's where we're at right now. That's the reality. Love 15. Love 15. As the return goes in the forehand of Rublev backing out from Sinner goes long. 15 all. And the crowd are trying to get Rublev to get a game, pretty much. They're trying. They're trying, Cher. They're trying. And he comes to the net, puts it away, and the crowd go wild. 30-15. $30-15. As Rublev shows it back in a center, but it's a let. As that goes out by Sinner, and it's 40-15. As it'll fall in from Rublev in the net, 40-30. $40-30. As Rublev hits it in the net, and it is deuce. As Rublev goes in the corner Sinner, and then Sinner smokes a win across court. Okay. Sinner's got a set point to take the bagel. Advantage Sinner. Rublev is just a spectator at this point. As Rublev serves. A fault. Second serve. The back of the Sinner. Return goes back and over Rublev. A Sinner backhand. Again in the back of the Rublev. Into the forward of Sinner, who hits it wide. Ooh, that was fortunate. Because that was going to go for the winner, and Rublev would not have got that back. All right. Deuce. We get to deuce. Serve out wide as a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Sinner hits it out. Advantage Rublev. Sinner looks like a robot. Yeah, but there's different types of robots, right? Like there's Wall-E and then there's Terminator. Like if he's a robot, you got to pick the robot, right? Robots are that's a general term. All right, Rublev on the board, 5-2. 5-1, sorry. I mean, like if I go famous robots, there's a lot of different types of robots. RoboCop, right? Famous robots, right? R2-D2's a robot. You know, CP3O's a robot. Optimus Prime's a robot. The Terminator's a robot. We need to be more specific on what type of robot Sinner is. Because he's definitely not R2-D2. Or Bender from Futurama. All right, backhand to backhand rally. As Sinner again to the backhand of Rublev, and Rublev hits it wide, 15 love. $15 love. As we get a fault from Sinner, second serve. Serving to the backhand of Rublev. Return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Rublev forehand goes into the forehand of Sinner, but no, it's long by Rublev. 30 love. All right, 30 love. $30 love. As the return goes in the net from Rublev, and it's 40 love. $40 love. Sinner says an ace. All right. First set. All right. First set in the bag. $6-1. The crowd is supporting Rublev, yep, because they want a match. All right. Sinner 1, 2, and 3, you reckon? Okay. First set, by the way, 10 winners and 3 errors by Sinner. 7 winners and 12 errors by Rublev. So, chat, I explained this earlier in the day that there's sort of, I guess, two different types of reasons why one-sided scores happen. Some are because somebody plays out of their skin. The other is because somebody plays really bad. So, Sinner, with 10 winners and 2 errors, what was Rublev's thing? 5, was it 5 and 13? Right? 5 and 13. So unlike earlier in the day when we were talking about how how it's probably really bad. So 5 winners and 13 errors. Rublev can improve this, right? So this number here, he can limit this number, right? He can bring this one down. It can maybe go, maybe bring this up a little bit. But the problem is that Sinner's playing like this, right? And when someone's playing like this, and you're playing against someone playing like this, you need them to stop playing like this. So Rublev might be able to do this, bring this number down, and maybe bring this number up. I mean, more so bring this down. This is the problem, right? He's hit too many errors. But the problem is also he's hitting this many errors because he's going for winners, because he's playing this guy. So, but he's also got to rely on this guy to drop. Like, this number needs to go up for Rublev on Sinner's side. You need to hopefully hope he makes more errors. Or, whatever. Does that make sense? Whereas if it was like, let's say the numbers were different, right? Let's say Rublev was, I don't know. I don't know, 7 winners, 8 errors, and Sinner was like 11 and I don't know. Hang on, but that's the wrong numbers. Hang on. Let's say Rublev was, 7 winners. Let's say Rublev was 18 errors and 7 winners, right? Let's say Rublev was this. This number would be ridiculous. But Sinner was playing sort of okay. Like 11 and 7 is good, right? It's not amazing. It's not out of the skin. But it's good. That's a good, solid set, right? But Rublev's set was terrible and it was 6-1 because of Rublev playing terrible. Then it would be much easier for Rublev. He'd just be like, okay, I just got to limit the errors. If I can limit the errors and this guy doesn't get any better and he keeps this going forward, I can make the next set closer, right? But it's not like that because Sinner's playing ridiculously good and Rublev's playing not great. So even if he does do this, there's no guarantee that Sinner stops playing well. Unlike the other day, when we're talking about the other day with the difference between Draper's win and Sinner's win, right? Draper was playing like that, like he was playing good. And the other guy was playing terrible. Fonseca, right? Played terrible. But Sinner, he's playing amazing and Rublev is playing terrible and 6-1's the score. So, he's going to have to stick around long enough for Sinner to drop the level, but also Rublev's got to lift his level. And that's just to make it competitive. There's no guarantee he wins a set doing that. Does that make sense? Make sense? All right, 40-15. This is a good start for Rublev. As Sinner puts up a lob. And that goes out. All right, Rublev one love in the second. One love in the second. No, Cam, Rublev is not playing terrible. Well, he's not playing well. But the reason why Rublev is playing bad is because Sinner is playing so well and putting so much pressure on Rublev. That's what's happening. Rublev is trying to keep up with Sinner, and the pressure of Sinner playing, not giving any free points away, is forcing Rublev to have to try and go for winners because he's like, oh shit, this guy's not giving me free points. I better go for it. So he's playing terrible as a result of Sinner, right? He's not just playing terrible and Sinner's playing meh. Sinner's playing extremely well, forcing Rublev to play bad. So yes, Rublev is playing terrible, but not because of nothing. 15 love. But he is still playing terrible. Like, you hit 5 winners and 13 errors. That's bad. That is terrible. 15 love. As Rublev slice goes in the front of Sinner. And Sinner puts it away. It's very much like the Lehechka match. Because Sinner did the same thing against Lehechka, right? By the way, Sinner's old coach is in the house. I'm pretty sure that's Sinner's old coach. 30 love. Sinner puts it away. 40 love. All right, 40 love. Sinner to level the second. Sinner serves a fault second serve. Second serve. And the return goes to Rublev. He shanks it wide and Sinner takes the game. And it's 1-all. If you think Djokovic can beat this Sinner, I'm sorry, but you're delusional. This Sinner beats both Zverev and Djokovic. And Bublik. Like, the only person that could maybe take on this Sinner is Alcaraz. But we also haven't seen this Sinner against Alcaraz, which is interesting. Because Alcaraz doesn't allow Sinner... allow... But Alcaraz doesn't play this Sinner very often. Not lately. Because Alcaraz has the answers to this Sinner. To avoid him from playing this dominant. But there have been moments in their matches over the last couple of years that Sinner has played like this against Alcaraz. But Alcaraz figures out how to stop that happening. And stop it before anything goes crazy, you know? All right, 15 love. As a backhand return goes the backhand of Alcaraz. Sorry, Rublev. Tomorrow, chat. Tomorrow, Alcaraz. Alcaraz pole's fun. Anyways, that goes out by Sinner. 30 love as he just kind of stretches his neck there. Sinner. That's not good. Sinner's just seeing what his neck's doing. He's going crazy. As the return goes in the net by Sinner and Rublev. 40 love. Love. As Rublev serves. To the backhand of Sinner. Return goes to the forehand of Rublev. Sinner. Backhand again to the forehand of Rublev. Sinner with the forehand. Into the backhand of Rublev. Again to the backhand of Sinner. Rublev. Forehand inside out. Goes long. 40-15. 40-15. People are taking Zverev for granted while commenting on Djokovic. They should note that Zverev ousted Djokovic at the Australian Open. The injury happened, but still, Djokovic was losing that match on a fast court. I'm sorry, Saket, but none of that made sense. 40-15. As the backhand return goes the backhand of Rublev. Backhand out from Sinner sliced. Into the forehand of Rublev, who puts it in there at 40-30. 40-30. Rublev trying to stay in front. 40-30. As a fault second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return the backhand of Rublev. Sinner gets the point though. Rublev overhits at 40. Love to deuce. All right, deuce. All right, chance for Sinner to maybe get the break here. Serve is a fault, second serve. People think Zverev would be beaten for sure, so I said. Yeah, look, people shouldn't underestimate Zverev. I agree. And Djokovic has got blisters on his feet, which is definitely a problem. And if it becomes a grind, maybe that does undo Djokovic, and Zverev could definitely win. I think Djokovic is going to win just because I picked him to make the semis, and I think he's going to win. But not because I don't think Zverev is good. Like, I'm not underestimating Zverev. I said I'm going to, like, a 5-setter. That's what I think. 5-set Djokovic. Which might leave him too tired to play Sinner, but I still think Djokovic can outlast Zverev. Djokovic has never lost to Zverev at a Grand Slam. The Australian Open withstanding, but the Australian Open, we know there was a lot of reasons why that happened. First, Djokovic lost the first set in a close... He could have won the first set, Djokovic, but he lost it in a very close manner. And then he retired. So the victory kind of doesn't have... Like, he didn't... Zverev didn't beat Djokovic. Zverev won the match via retirement, right? So it's a little bit different. As Rublev serves an ace. But also, we know how bad Djokovic's injury was after the Alcaraz match. So Zverev was able to win a close tiebreak against a Djokovic on one leg. So there's a lot of reasons why that victory, we shouldn't use that as an example for what Zverev should be able to do. There's a lot of other examples you could use for Zverev to beat Djokovic. That's not one of them. You know, I don't think we should like that Australian Open match doesn't even really count for anything really. You know, maybe a little confidence for Zverev, maybe, but that's about it. As that backhand goes down the line from Sinner and Rublev hits it long. Advantage, Sinner. Advantage, Sinner. It's a break in the second. As we serve now the forehand Sinner, forehand from Rublev into the forehand Sinner. As Rublev again to the forehand Sinner, down the line of the backhand of Rublev, but Sinner hits it out. Back to deuce. Yeah, Zverev should beat Djokovic. Like, I think Djokovic will be the underdog. Let me have a look what the betting says. What are the odds for Djokovic versus Zverev? Yeah, so Djokovic is a slight favorite. Slight favorite. But that could change once we get closer to the match. Right? It's almost a 50-50 at this point. But slight favorite for Djokovic. Very slight. Advantage Rublev. As with a fault from... No, let from Rublev. As we get a fault, second serve. As the return goes in the backhand of Rublev. Forehand from Sinner, and then Rublev hits it out, and we get the deuce. Zverev gave a very tough time to Nadal in 2022 French Open in that historic match. True. But 2025 Zverev is not the same as 2022 Zverev. 2022 Zverev was going into that tournament playing ridiculously good. Also coming off a win against Alcaraz, who everyone thought was going to win the whole thing. Or at least make a massive run. And, you know, and remember when we went to that match? We watched that match and it was Zverev was like never going to beat Alcaraz. No chance. Remember the Madrid final? He got his ass kicked. And then Zverev like upset Alcaraz in the quarters to make the semis. And then, but like Zverev in 2022 was playing, that was like a ridiculous clay run. He's not on that run this year. As with a backhand return now to the forehand of Rublev, Sinner. Backhand to the backhand of Rublev, again to the backhand of Sinner. As Rublev backhand into the forehand of Sinner. Rublev on the stretch. Hits it out. Rublev was up 40-love in that game and he lost it. Setting a break. All right. You have to think that Rome was training for Sinner, and look at what he's done. Yeah, I mean, this match and the last match, crazy good. I'm talking versus Zverev versus Rafa Roland Garros. Cool. Rublev hold it together, win or lose. That's a victory too. Well, he is holding it together emotionally. All right. Two one. Sinner with a set and a break. As he hits a forehand into the forehand of Rublev. A Sinner with a backhand on the stretch. Backhand slice Rublev in the net. 15-love. The way Sinner plays, Sinner will win all 4 slabs. Probably. All right. Serve to the forehand of Rublev. Rublev in the net. 30-love. $30-love. All right, 40-love. Holy shit, that guy's jacket is made of tennis ball keyrings. All right, 40-love. Cam fell asleep. I was looking at my phone. As the backhand goes down the line, the forehand of Sinner. Forehand now from Rublev into the forehand of Sinner as Rublev backhand to the backhand of Sinner. To the backhand of Rublev, a Sinner forehand, and Rublev hits it out. 3-1. Where's Mia? She's asleep. Sinner's an absolute monster, just lethal? Yeah. He is. 50 minutes played. We'll be out of here in an hour and a half. This is a fluke. Watch Sinner lose to Bublik. That player way better than him today. Bro's been timed out 11 times. I don't think we're going to take your advice, brother. Yeah, Mods, I think we should start getting rid of people that are coming here just to start pick fights. Especially the ones who have been timed out 10 times or more. I don't think they're... I just think they're here to cause trouble. And it's really annoying. We don't need that. Love 15. Is Rublev calm or angry? Actually calm. Surprisingly calm. Frustrated, but not emotional yet. I'm sure if he goes down 2 sets of love, then maybe things could be... could get crazy. Ignore them. It's not about me ignoring them. It's that somebody else, some people in the chat will respond, and then it'll become a whole thing, and then I got to look at the chat, and it's all fights. So it's not about me ignoring them, because I can ignore them. But if we don't do something about it before it becomes a problem, then someone's going to respond, and then they're going to respond, and then it just becomes a big fight. So it's not about me responding or not responding. It's about them trying to antagonize people in the chat. And then it just becomes work for the mods, and it's just the whole thing. Love 30. It's more for chat's benefit, not my benefit. As the return goes in the forehand of Rublev, love 30 is Rublev puts that away. If I ignore it, then those people they're going to keep coming back. And it's going to make a worse chat experience. And I don't like that for the chat. Genuinely thought you were asleep? Nah, that's all right, Freddie. When I'm looking at my phone, it does look like I'm asleep. But I am looking at my phone. I'm just looking at my phone. The day I fall asleep, you'll hear me snore if I sleep. 15:30. As that goes out from Sinner, and it's 30-all. As the return goes in the backhand of Sinner, backhand out from Rublev, into the backhand of Sinner, down the line goes wide, behind those who have 10 or more timeouts. Yeah. All right, 40-30. Because, yeah, I mean, we are very lenient. And a timeout is supposed to be a warning to, like, not do what you were doing. And then if you've got 10 of them, you've got 10 warnings. I mean, you haven't learned anything, have you? Good serving, Rublev, 3-2. So, yeah, I think we need to crack down on anyone who's been timed out 10 times because that's, like, ridiculous. You know. If you get timed out, it's not because... It's because you've done something wrong. Like, you've done something wrong in the chat that is not acceptable. And then to come back and keep doing that, that's... You didn't learn. And then 10 of them? It's a bit much. So please respect the rules of the chat. It's for the benefit of the chat. Sinner going to win RG without dropping a set? Maybe. Have I been timed out? Nope. Sinner started to become human again. Do you think that Bublik has a chance against Sinner? Look, I think Bublik could make it maybe close with his serve if he's having a crazy serve day, but I don't think he beats Sinner. No, you haven't been timed out. All right. Sinner with a set and a break, but Rublev hanging around. As the return goes into the forehand of Sinner, backhand out from Rublev. Into the backhand of Sinner as Rublev backhand. Into the forehand of Sinner. Again, the backhand of Rublev. Sinner slice. Into the forehand of Rublev. A Sinner lob. And Rublev smash. Is shanked and Sinner hits it wide anyway. Rublev somehow won that point, even though it shouldn't have been that awkward. Love 15. All right. Love 15. As the return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Back in out from Rublev. Into the forehand of Sinner as Rublev forehand to the forehand of Sinner. Again, the backhand of Rublev on the stretch. As Sinner forehand cross. Rublev gets it. Into the forehand of Sinner as Rublev forehand again. Goes long. 15-all. All right. $15-all. As a default, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in to the forehand of Sinner. Backhand now from Rublev to the forehand of Sinner. As Rublev on the stretch. Sinner goes down the line. That's a great shot. 30-15. $30-15. Serve again. Miranda.
Thanks for keeping me in touch with everything that's going on. Looking forward to Wimbledon.
No worries. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate that. All right, 40-15. $40-15. $40-15. And default from Sinner, second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Sinner, back into Rublev on the stretch. Into the slice of Sinner. Rublev gets the point though. Sinner hits it long. And it's 40-30. $40-30. Sinner to go to 4-2. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. As the return goes in, Rublev with a forehand. Into the forehand of Sinner. As Rublev again to the forehand of Sinner. To the backhand of Rublev. Sinner with a forehand to the forehand of Rublev on the stretch. Sinner goes down the line. Rublev is going to get there. As Sinner hits a forehand down the line. Crushes it. And it's 4-2. All right, 4-2. Centre break. As the backhand now crosses into the backhand of Sinner. Rublev forehand to the forehand of Sinner. Sinner hits it wide. And it's 15-love. $15-love. Rublev needs to go back to challenges to regain confidence. That's a little extreme. As that goes wide by Sinner, 30-love. That's a little extreme. He just made the final of Hamburg. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he needs to go that far back. Also, he's losing to Jannik Sinner, who's the best player on the planet. So, I don't think this result means that Rublev needs to completely go back to the second tier of tennis. That's, tier 2 of tennis. Come on now. That's a bit too far. Rublev needs to regain some confidence by playing 500s. Or 250s, maybe. Maybe he could play a 250. But not challenges. That's wild. Backhand to backhand rally. Rublev hits it out. 40-15. Now, Rublev was up 40-love in this game, in this set. Lost the game. So, 40-15. All right, we get a let from Rublev. Yeah, maybe go back to try and win a 250 or something. Maybe I could say that. Anyways, Rublev holds 4-3. Sinner with a break in the second. Does Novak have any real chances to win? To win the tournament? It's very, very tough. It'd be very tough. With Alcaraz, Sinner, Zverev still around, that's going to be tough. And Musetti. Very tough for Djokovic to win. There are some very good players in challenges. Yeah, I'm not saying challengers are bad quality tennis players or that Rublev it's beneath Rublev. I'm just thinking that Rublev doesn't need to go that far back. He's not playing that badly. If Rublev lost to a qualifier first round here, then maybe you could say that. But he doesn't need to go that far back to get any form. He could get confidence from playing 250s or 500s. I'm not saying that challengers don't have good players. I'm just saying that I don't think Rublev needs to go back to the challengers. He could still get confidence from playing higher level than challengers. It's got nothing to do with... Chad, did I say that challengers were bad quality? And that only bad players play challengers? I didn't say that at all. Because it's not true. But Rublev doesn't need to go that far backwards. He just needs to go back to he's losing a Sinner who's kicking everyone's ass. I mean, we can't even base that off this. He doesn't even need to go to 250s. He's losing to Jannik Sinner. This guy's good. Sinner hits it out, love 15. If he lost to a quali in straight sets, we'd have a conversation. All right, love 15. Sinner wins the point, 15-all. All right, nice hitting from Sinner at the net, 30-15. 30-15. As the return goes in the net, 40-15. Sinner serves the fault, second serve. Second serve. As with a backhand from Sinner to the forehand of Rublev. Backhand from Sinner. Again, the backhand of Rublev is Sinner backhand again to the forehand of Rublev. Rublev hits it out. 5-3. 5-3. All right, 5-3. As Rublev serving to stay in the set, 15 love. Do forced errors count as winners for the other player? No. But they are an important stat that doesn't get talked about enough. All right, Rublev, 30 love. 30 love. As the return goes out by Sinner. No, it goes in by Sinner. Rublev hit it wide. 30-15. $30-15. $30-15. As Rublev serves a fault, second serve. As we get a backhand winner by Sinner, 30-all. 30-all. $30-all. As Rublev serves again. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Rublev. Again, the forehand of Sinner as Rublev to the backhand of Sinner. Rublev with a volley. Sinner's going to come in and put a forehand away. Set point, 30-40 for a 2-sets-to-love lead. 30-40. 30-40. $30-40. As Rublev serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the backhand return goes into the forehand of Rublev. Sinner backhand. Into the forehand of Rublev. A Sinner backhand again. To the backhand of Rublev. Off the tape. Goes in the net. Doesn't go over. Sinner. 2 sets to love. In just over an hour. 2 sets to love. All right. Why is Rublev doing errors? Because Sinner's pressuring him so much. Let Rublev be. He is playing horrible. Sinner's playing equally as impressive though. That said though, chat, what did I say in the first set? Right? So 9 winners for Sinner, 8 errors, right? And Rublev hit 8 winners and 10 errors, right? So Rublev in the first set was playing horrible, remember? Rublev was playing horrible. So this is Rublev here. So now he's limited the errors and he's actually upped the winners a little bit. But Sinner's also upped the errors. So that's what made that close. 6-3. He was slightly better than the first set. But it still wasn't enough. But Sinner's hitting more errors, which is giving Rublev a chance. And Rublev did what he had to do by dropping the error count a little bit. But it still wasn't enough to be... It was competitive, but it still wasn't enough. Unfortunately, Rublev was up 40-love in the game that he got broken initially. If he had not got broken in that game, then maybe we would have been at 4-all, 5-all right now. So Rublev, that was a better set by Rublev. Obviously, the scoreline says it, but also stats say that he was better on the errors, and Sinner was giving him more free points. So unfortunately, he got broken to lose the game. So now Sinner's up going to serve first in the third. But that was a better set by Rublev, according to stats and the scoreboard. But it still wasn't enough. But Sinner, it's interesting. Sinner is not playing as well as he was in the start of the match. So Sinner's level has dropped. Sinner's level has dropped. Now, if Rublev can just limit the errors a little bit more, then maybe he can take the third. But he's going to have to. Probably get. And also, we're not even talking about serving, right? He's actually serving okay. It's just his second serve is terrible. He's just got to serve better on get more first serves in too. But it was at least for Rublev, it was an improvement on the first set, and it was also good that probably good sign that Sinner's dropped his level, so Rublev may be able to make a competitive third set, unless Sinner goes back to first set stats, which was crazy. All right, Sinner to serve first. As Rublev hits out in the return. 15 love. Third set would be a consolation prize. Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. But still. As Sinner gets the 30 love. Mats Wilander's enjoying it. I feel like Sinner would be right up Mats Wilander's alley, the way he goes about his tennis. I reckon that would be the Mats Wilander type of player. As we get a forehand now into the forehand of Rublev. Slice from Sinner. Oh no, Rublev let it bounce. What in the hell was that? As Sinner now makes Rublev run. And Sinner hits a backhand forehand to the backhand of Rublev. Rublev hits it out, 40 love. He just called Sinner Spider-Man. No, I feel like Sinner's more Terminator than Spider-Man. Spider-Man's too creative. Like, Spider-Man would be doing tweeners and stuff. Alcaraz, he's got that kind of Alcaraz energy. I don't think Spider-Man's too quirky. Sinner's very serious. More like a Terminator. Backhand goes into the net from Sinner, 40-15. Sinner is the Flash. I don't know. 40-15. Alcaraz is Spider-Man. Yeah. I think Alcaraz got more Spider-Man energy. 40-15. By the way, Rublev, the umpire saying Rublev hit it, that Sinner hit it in. Oh, that hit it out, sorry. On the serve, so it's a second serve. Jannik more like Iron Man. Yeah, I don't know. Is it a forehand rally? Again to the forehand of Sinner. Forehand now from Sinner to the back of Rublev. Rublev in the net, and now Rublev's starting to get pissed off. This is starting to get annoying for him. One love Rublev, Medvedev, what is his name? Sinner in the third. Sinner is Wolverine. I feel like none of these are correct. I can't even think who Sinner is in the Marvel Universe. Sinner's like kind of like Doctor Strange. Am I okay? I just had a stroke. It's fine. Like a serious, maybe not. Sinner's like Thanos? Jesus, that's not correct. I don't know. He's very like Iron Man. I don't think Iron Man. Yeah, he's like Bruce Lee. Okay. Vision. Yes. He's like the Vision. Exactly. Yes. No, Captain America is Tommy Paul. Yes. Vision. Yes. 100%. That makes so much sense. Because also robot. All right. Love 15. Vision is the answer. He is the Vision. Who's that? What the hell? Watch TV? What the hell? He is the Vision. That's exactly right. Love 15. As Rublev serves. As the forehand goes into the forehand of Sinner, lob goes up. And that goes out by Sinner. 50 all. $15. 15. As a backhand slice into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand now on Rublev on the stretch. Sinner forehand down the line. Rublev backhand slice. Goes in. Beautiful shot, Rublev. 30-15. 30-15. 30-15. As we're to serve again. As Rublev serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes to forehand to Sinner. Backhand at Rublev. Into the backhand of Sinner as Rublev gets the point. Sinner hits it wide. 40-15. 40-15. 40-15. As the return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand now from Rublev. To the backhand of Sinner. As Rublev. Forehand long. 40-30. 40-30. 40-30. Serve again. Into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Rublev. Again to the forehand of Sinner. Sinner in the net. Rublev levels. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. Back to Sinner. All right. Sinner serves. To the back of Rublev. Sinner with a forehand into the back of Rublev. Rublev hits it out. 15 love. Mats Verlander said Sinner is Spider-Man. Yeah, but we just corrected him. Sinner is the Vision. He's got the power of an Infinity Stone in his head. The Mind Stone. He can fly. He has a cape. He is red. But he also wears green. Anyways, 30 love. Who's Thanos? Obviously. That's not even a question, is it? 30 Love? Come on, we all know who Thanos is. Rublev is Bane, wrong universe. 40 Love? Wrong franchise. Love. Sinner serves an ace. Nope, it's a fault. Sinner's going to step up again. Umpire's going to confirm it's a fault. Yep, second serve. Who cares? Bro hates fun. Read a book. Novak's Goku. Bro, not even the same. Not even close. Anyways, 40 Love. 2-1. Sinner is Mr. Fantastic. That's actually not a bad one either. He could be Reed Richards. True. He's also got stretchy arms. That's actually not a bad... Victor, you might be onto something. He might be Reed Richards. Serious, smart, stretchy arms. That could be... Yeah, you might be onto something. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like vision, but I think maybe, yeah. Maybe it is Mr. Fantastic. Actually, not bad. That makes a lot of sense. Better than Spider-Man. Sorry, Mats. Spider-Man is not... That's Alcaraz. All right. Two 2-1. Let's see if Rublev can keep hold serve. Well, everything he does is fantastic on court. There you go. I can't wait for the Fantastic Four movie to come out. When's it come out? I love the aesthetic of it. It looks so cool. Comes out on July 25th, so that's like after Wimbledon. After Wimbledon. All right, 15 Love. There's a forehand winner from Rublev, 30 Love. I was going to say, someone said Human Torch is Alcaraz. Nah, Runa's Human Torch. I feel like Runa would be the Human Torch. That feels more appropriate. As that goes out by Sinner, 40 Love. Ah, 40 Love. Rublev serves again. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return goes to forehand of Rublev. Sinner forehand into the forehand of Rublev. It's a drop shot. Sinner gets it, but it's in the net. All right. Rublev, maybe the best game of the day. 2-2. Two all. Who's the Hulk? I don't know. Rublev. 2-all. Bublik is Deadpool? Actually awesome. All right, 2-2. How's it a fault? Second serve. Second serve to the backhand of Rublev. Backhand from Sinner to the backhand of Rublev in the net. 15 love. Is Medi the vision? I don't know. Maybe. $15 love. Sinner gets to... Oh, sorry. Rublev gets a 15-0. Sinner serves again. And the return from Rublev goes long, 30-15. $30-15. McEnroe is J. Jonah Jameson. That is so true. That is so good. Yep. Yep. That is perfect. They should get him for the new one. If they ever make a Spider-Man, they should get Mac. That's perfect. Anyways, 30-15. There's a backhand now from Rublev into the forehand. Sinner. Forehand Rublev down the line is a winner. 30-all. Nice work from Rublev. $30-all. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the backhand of Sinner. Forehand from Rublev. Into the forehand of Sinner. There's Rublev forehand. Again, the forehand of Sinner. Rublev backhand to the backhand of Sinner. Into the forehand of Rublev. Sinner backhand. Into the forehand is out by Sinner. And it's 30-40. A chance for Rublev to break in the third. All right, 30-40. To get the break, Rublev. First serve is a fault. Second serve. In the backhand of Rublev. Oh, it's in the net though. On the return back to deuce. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. As a forehand winner down the line from Sinner. Advantage Sinner. All right. Advantage Sinner to take the lead again. Sinner serves. And Sinner holds. Rublev in the net. 3-2 Sinner in the third. All right. I need 2 break points from Rublev. Well, Sinner said no. So, good luck on your quest. Can we paint your hair blue if Rublev beats Sinner in this match? No. Why would I do that? Ever. That makes no sense. Hey, Barry, thank you for the $5. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 5. Okay. Sinner 3-2 in the second. Sorry, the third. I think your subscriber count will go up with the blue hair challenge. Yeah, I don't. Nah. Not worth it. I'll just keep watching tennis matches and hopefully people subscribe. And if they don't, okay. If I color my hair blue, I'm going to do that. Why did the crowd boo? I have no idea. Okay, love 15. How about blonde? No. As a serve, there's a fault. Second serve. As return goes to point of Rublev. Rublev hits it out. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. As Rublev serves a fault. Second serve. As a return from Sinner goes wide. And it's 15-30. $15.30. $15.30 as Rublev survives, gets to 30-0. As that goes out by Sinner, and it's 40-30. $40-30. $40-30. As a default second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Sinner, forehand of Rublev. Into the backhand of Sinner as Rublev goes again. The backhand of Sinner goes down the line for a winner. No, it was out. Just wide. And it's 3-3 in the third. Three all in the third. 3-all. Three all. Cam, 1 year. I'm curious, so I'll ask that too. I retired. I don't play tennis anymore. All right. 3-3. Sinner serves again. Into the forehand of Rublev. Forehand from Sinner. Goes long. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. Sinner serves the fault. Second serve. Into the backhand of Rublev. Forehand of Sinner. Into the backhand of Rublev. A Sinner. Forehand to the backhand of Rublev again. To the forehand of Sinner. Rublev again to the Sinner forehand as Rublev hits it long. 15-all. 15-all. All. And we serve it by the forehand of Rublev. Sinner forehand in open court. Rublev can't get it. 30-15. Take a coffee? Why? Why would I take a coffee? Everything's like I'm fine. 30-15. All right, 30-15. As the return goes, the backhand of Rublev, backhand of Sinner. To the backhand of Rublev, a Sinner backhand again, the backhand of Rublev, to the forehand of Rublev, sorry. Backhand of Sinner goes down the line wide, 30-all. Chance for Rublev again. 30-all. 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 Chance for Rublev to get another break point here. Prime Sinner was before... What? Was before the cream. Good. That's a good one. Ha 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 ha. As we just served down to the backhand slice of Rublev. Sinner with a forehand inside in. That's a great shot. And Rublev can't get it back. And it's 40-30. 40-30. People keep projecting how sleepy they would be if they were Cam, even as Cam doesn't sound sleepy at all. Yeah. Do I sound sleepy to you? All right, 40-30. As the backhand return goes, the backhand of Sinner, backhand of Rublev is long. 4-3 Sinner. 4-3 Sinner. You sound refreshed. Thank you. You don't sound sleepy. I don't feel sleepy. It's been a pretty chill day today, so I haven't had to yell so much. Which is good because this time, usually during the tournament, this time I'm like dying. And I'm counting the days down to be like, when can I rest? But I actually feel pretty good today because it hasn't been that crazy. So ask me tomorrow. Yesterday was way harder. We had like 13 hours straight. It's crazy. Whereas today's been chill. Okay. Sinner is a break and a hold away from winning and playing against Bublik in the quarterfinals. Now we're watching everything from now on. So every match from now on we are covering. That is the Tennis Talk way. Quarterfinals onwards, everything we cover. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stick around. The matches get better. The streams get better. We get louder. We get crazier. Get excited. All right, Rublev serves. A let. All right. Four three. As the return goes to forehand to Rublev. That's a good shot inside out. Slice goes in from Sinner. Rublev forehand to the line though. Winner. And it's 15 love. Love. As a default from Rublev, second serve. As with a forehand rally. Down the line now to the backhand of Sinner. Backhand from Rublev. Into the forehand of Sinner. And that's a winner. 15-0. All right. Rublev serves again. As Rublev comes in and puts it away, 30-15. 30-15. As with a serve and volley, Rublev, but the pass goes in the net by Sinner. And it's 40-15 Rublev. (40-15). As a return goes in the forehand of Rublev. Rublev hits it wide, 40-30. 40-30. As a Rublev forehand goes into the forehand of Sinner. Rublev backhand into the forehand of Sinner. Rublev forehand again. Sinner gets it on the stretch. Backhand of Rublev goes to the backhand of Sinner. Again, the backhand of Rublev. And Sinner backhand again to the backhand of Rublev. Into the backhand of Sinner. As Rublev forehand cross. Sinner goes cross again. The forehand of Rublev into the backhand of Sinner on the stretch. As Rublev with the forehand cross court winner. That's a beautiful shot. 4-all. Lovely shot by Rublev. 4-4. Four games all. No worries, Susan. Happy to be here. All right, 4 games all. Back to Sinner. I don't at all. Sinner. Okay. All right, serve again. A little return now from Rublev into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner puts it away. And it's 15-love. 15-love. Sinner serves again. And the return goes the back end of Rublev. Sinner gets it back somehow. Rublev down the line. Sinner with a backhand pass in the net. That could have been crazy by Sinner, but he didn't get there. 15-all. 15-all. I'll tell you what, chat. Rublev has not been any emotion at all. Like, he has not been emotional at all. There's been no racket, screaming, anything like that. He has kept his cool so far, despite the scoreline. Backhand to backhand rally. As Rublev backhand in the net. And it's 30-15. $30-15. $30-15. Sinner serves again. As a default second serve. Second serve is a return goes out by Rublev. 40-15. All right, 40-15. Serve. In the back end of Rublev. Rublev hits it out. 5-4 Sinner in the third. All right. Rublev is going to serve to stay in the match. All right. Rublev is going to serve to stay in the match. All right. 5-4. Hope Rublev can at least take it to a tiebreak. Sinner's definitely cooled off a bit. Yeah, I mean, the first set he was on fire and Rublev was terrible, but now it's definitely leveled out for sure. All right. As Rublev hits that one out, love 15. Love 15. Whew. Love 15. There's a backhand now from Sinner into the forehand of Rublev. He puts that away. 15-all. 15-all. Serve again. $15-all. As Sinner hits it out, 30-15. $30-15. $30-15 as Rublev serves a fold. Second serve. Second serve. As a return goes for Sinner. And then eventually, Rublev hits it out. 30-all. $30-all. $30-all. As Rublev puts away the winner, 40-30. He survives. All right, 40-30. $40-30 to keep this match going. Serves a fault. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of Sinner. Return the backhand of Rublev. Sinner backhand to the Rublev forehand, but Rublev hits it out. We get to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. As the backhand return goes to the forehand of Rublev. Oh, Sinner couldn't get that one. Rublev too good. Advantage Rublev. Advantage Rublev. As he serves again. And he no. He doesn't hold. That's the first sign of anger by Rublev. We get back to deuce. Rublev will take this set. Maybe. By the way, we're almost at 700 likes. Thank you for that. Don't forget to sub as well if you haven't already. As Rublev hits a forehand to the slice of Sinner. Rublev with a forehand into the forehand of Sinner again. Rublev forehand goes cross-court again to the slice of Sinner. Rublev forehand again to the Sinner forehand. Now the forehand of Rublev. Sinner back in the rally. Rublev's in trouble. And Sinner with a big fist pump gets to match point. Rublev hit like 4 great shots that came back. And then Sinner counterpunched and smacked a winner. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Into the back of the center. Return goes forehand of Rublev. Off the tape. Oh, did it go wide? It went wide. It bounced off the tape twice and went wide. Sinner wins. Oh, man, that was close. Rublev's like, that was too good. I mean, Rublev couldn't even get angry at that. He's like, it's crazy, man. Okay. Jannik Sinner wins. He's going to take on Bublik, and the quarterfinals are set. Tomorrow, Alcaraz Paul. Musetti Tiafoe. You got Sinner versus Bublik, and Zverev taking on Djokovic. That is your set quarterfinal lineup. Pretty fire, to be honest. I mean, that's a couple of random names, unfamiliar to Clay, but still pretty awesome lineup. GG's. GG's. That was a shame, that very last shot. I mean, it hit the tape twice and went wide. That was just unlucky. Quarterfinals are over the next 2 days. So tomorrow we've got half, and then the other half on the second day. Bublik in 3 against Sinner easily. Joking. That's funny. Kind of. Sinner still in quarterfinals at least since Beijing. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Cam was not motivated to comment on the last points anymore. What do you mean? I was just hoping we'd get a third. But it didn't happen. Novak match will be tough. Yep. I think that match might be the toughest match of the 4. I feel like that's going to be the toughest of the 4. Will tomorrow be any good? Paul Alcaraz. Love that matchup. I'm interested to see how Musetti versus Tiafoe goes. That'll be fun. And then you've got the women's matches tomorrow, probably the better of the 2 days. So tomorrow you got Swiatek versus God, I've forgotten the matches. Hang on. Swiatek versus Svitolina, and then Zhang versus Sabalenka. So I think tomorrow for the ladies is the better matchups. Because then on the other side you've got, Keys Goff's a great match too. That's fun. If Sinner plays Nole, who wins? Sinner. Hard to imagine Zverev taking down Djokovic. I picked him. Great quarterfinal lineup. Rather see Paul versus Bublik and Alcaraz versus Musetti. Yeah, yeah. A few hours extra sleep sounds good. Yeah, I know, right? Much earlier finish today, which is nice. And I've only got one video I have to make because I made the videos already because I was productive. All right. No one can beat Sinner except Carlos. Yep. Okay. Sinner is basically guaranteed number one to the US Open, right? I'm not sure. I would say so. Bublik can either play badly or just produce magic and upset Sinner. I don't think he upsets Sinner. Sinner will be number one for the whole year straight in a few days. Yeah, I think so. Oh, wait, no. You're saying for 52 weeks straight. Yeah, exactly. She asked him about his return position. He says he's trying it out and it gives him rhythm. Yeah, I think it's an interesting stance and I like it. I think Verdasco used to stand like that. I'm pretty sure. But he was a lefty, so it was a little different. But I'm pretty sure Verdasco stood like had that kind of like angled stance rather than being a straightforward like parallel back to the baseline. I think Verdasco had that kind of like almost like leaning to the forehand, and then if you have to like hit a backhand, you can just kind of reflect it back. But sort of that like, yeah, like forehand leaning stance. Nishikori as well, yeah. I remember Verdasco had it in the 0-9 Australian Open. Like, he would stand like that against Rafa, and it was really, like, intimidating. It was scary. Like, what are you doing? It's creepy. I'm shocked Draper lost. Yeah, you kept saying that. I'm backing Bublik. I don't care. Okay. Will Alcaraz continue his ring streak over Sinner, or can Sinner stop the Prince of Clay? We might find out. I think Zverev on a really good day is the only one that could stop Sinner making the final. And I think on the other side, I think Musetti would have to play a less than good Alcaraz. To be honest, I don't think Musetti plays Alcaraz. If Alcaraz is playing well, I don't think Musetti beats him. The only way we don't get a Synchraz final, I think that's the way. I mean, look, Djokovic, yes, he could beat Sinner, but I don't think he would. I think Zverev has to have a good day. Paul can beat Alcaraz. He could, but I think it's the same as Djokovic beating Sinner. Like, it's sort of that same possibility. But yeah, I don't know if Musetti can. Musetti has to play Alcaraz, who's not doing. If he's not playing, like Alcaraz has to not be playing well for Musetti, I think, to realistically win. Yes, Zverev has to serve amazingly against Sinner. Djokovic will beat Sinner for sure. Did you not see the first set? Did you not watch this match? Please comment your observations latest. Who is better, Djokovic or Sinner? Djokovic is the greatest player of all time. Sinner is the best player right now. What's the question? What's your question? Yeah, Draper had a massive upset today. You guys always underestimate Djokovic. I picked Djokovic to beat Alcaraz at the Australian Open. I don't estimate shit. I picked him to beat Zverev as well. So just spoiler alert. Watch the video anyway. I picked Nole when people say not to pick him. I picked him to beat Alcaraz at the US at the French Open a couple of years ago. I picked Nole even when people don't. All right? I picked him to beat Zverev. I picked him to beat Alcaraz. Underestimate. I don't think he's going to beat Sinner, but I think he can beat Zverev. But you don't have faith in him against the Terminator. Yeah, because Sinner's crazy. Are you serious? I'm sorry, what? Like picking him... People aren't even picking him to beat Zverev. And I'm on your... Like, hello? You're coming at me? Go with the people that think he can't even beat Zverev. I'm backing him against Zverev. He might not even have to play Sinner. I highly doubt it, but I don't think he has to. He'll definitely play Sinner if he wins against Zverev, but most likely. Tiafoe's turn to dazzle us tomorrow. I mean, if Big Foe beats Musetti, that would be incredible. Considering how much tennis you watch, do you get bored by watching the same matches over and over? No, because every match is different. I get bored of watching boring matches, but I think everyone does. Predictable matches are a little harder to... Like, going into a match knowing that this is probably not going to be good, or not going to be close, is hard to watch. But then, if it becomes good, it's awesome. But then there's matches where you watch and you're like, this is going to be epic. Today's been a day of sort of like predictable results, right? That we've watched. Tomorrow and starting tomorrow, things are going to get very, very less predictable. So that means we're going to have way more fun because it's more fun when it's unpredictable. Have I ever been to Africa? No. You have a terrible feeling tomorrow's going to be one-sided? No! That's impossible. It's impossible. One match will be good. Did you see Tommy Paul play Sinner in that Rome semi-final? Come on. He can get a set off Alcaraz. Did I predict Bublik to win? No. Who predict? Nobody did. Tiafoe Musetti could be epic too, yeah. Djokovic, Sinner, and Alcaraz, Musetti, then Sinner, Alcaraz final, you reckon? I hope so, because I predicted that at the start of the tournament. Sad that today's matches were mostly predictable, yeah. Yesterday was great, though. I mean, we had so much fun yesterday. With so much, like, craziness going on. Norrie Djokovic was truly hard to watch. Yeah, it was pretty predictable. Yep, fun quarterfinals. All right, chat. I'm out of here. It's been a day. It's been a big day. We got tomorrow, which is another day, and then we've got another day, and then we've got semi-finals. So we're starting to get serious here. Things are starting to get serious. But, yeah. Did I miss anything? Have I missed anything? No, everything's fine. Everything's good. Everything's great. Tommy Paul is versus Alcaraz head-to-head. I made a preview. Go watch it. I don't know off the top of my head. Like 6-1, 5-1? Something like that. Thanks, Cam, in the office for 2 days now. Booyah. Catch you later. No worries. See you later. No worries. Thank you, Hugh. 2-4. There you go. I was close. 2-4 Alcaraz. All right. Bye, chap. 6-1, 6-3, 6-4. That was the win by Sinner against Rublev. Now the quarterfinals are set and things are getting real. Let's see what happens. Let's see what epic matches we can get. We've only got, I think, 14 matches left for the tournament. And we're going to find out who's going to win a French Open in a couple of days, about a week's time, or a couple of days' time. But good win by Sinner. He's playing against Bublik. I'll see you tomorrow.